Well, it's me again, and you're looking at some more tat on a brown chair. This is the MTB Sport 31.8 FMXTR Pro Taper, apparently. Handlebars. Okay, so 780 wide. They have a back sweep of 9 degrees, up sweep of 5 degrees, and a rise of 18mm. So, you know, these are quite expensive. These are about £23, which for an eBay set of handlebars is quite a lot of money. Bear in mind, you can get Chrome Mags for about 45, or, you know, some branded stuff is getting, like Raceface Chester is getting quite close to the mark there. So they're just a black on green, or green on black handlebar. And they are really heavy. They really have some gravity to them. Like, literally, I think, you know, if someone broke into your house, you could really use this as a good weapon of self-defense. Yeah. However, look in the ends here. It's not, you know, this isn't even all the way around. It's not as bad as the Wake ones, nowhere near. The Wakes I've seen, you know, they've been like 1.5mm here and like 3mm here. But if you put your fingers inside, you can really feel all the rough scoring and all the sharp, not sharp, but there's like score marks inside it where it's got stuck in a die. And if you look closely, don't know if you can see that there, there's an imperfection right there. Now, essentially what that is a stress razor. So if you're doing anything, these are quite thick and quite heavy, so I think it'd still take a fair bit to kill them. But that is a potential stress razor or weak point, so stress is going to congregate right, well, it's right at the end of there. Right at the end of that crack. Excuse my welder's hands. It's not really a crack, but you know that's an imperfection. It could be a crack. Without proper PFD, I can't tell. Don't really dye penetrant stuff lying around. I don't think it is though. It's pretty. No, I'm pretty sure that even if it is, yeah, no, it's a surface defect, but it's not a very nice one. It's quite deep. You can feel it with your fingernail for sure, and you know it could potentially cause metal fatigue on these handlebars and could cause them to fail eventually. Now I'm not going to say it's going to happen in 6 months, you know, a year, 2 years, but left long enough, they could certainly cause a problem. Depends how many miles you do. And a lot of people will say, oh, these handlebars are fine, I've done a couple of big jumps and whatever else. It's not the big jumps that are going to kill them. It's that small, rutty stuff where the bike's going up and down it and the handlebars are flexing at a higher speed that is going to cause metal fatigue. It's stress cycles. One jump is essentially one stress cycle. Whereas going cross-country at 30 miles an hour across a ploughed field, or, you know, some rutted stuff, could be hundreds of stress cycles. So you really, you know, can't just judge, oh, I went on this trail, it was really smooth and flowy. Yeah, your handlebars are not going to come under that, you know, a huge, well, they are going to come under a bit of stress because your weight is on them. But it's not going to be as stressful in some certain scenarios as hitting rough terrain, going down a steep hill on a bit of cross country on a local cycle path. So, you know, just normal riding can put a lot more stress on handlebars than you may think. You may think those big jumps are causing that. They're not. The stuff that's most stressful is things like, you know, ramming up curbs. Not that you should do that anyway, but, you know, people watching this video probably do. Going down, you know, tractor ruts where there's big tractor tyre marks and stuff like that. You hit them at really high speed. That really vibrates the whole bike around. Now, that is going to be putting quite a lot of stress on the bars, especially if you're out the saddle climbing. If you're out the saddle climbing up rough terrain, that is going to do it more. So, stuff like that is going to cause potential catastrophic failure over time. And you won't know about it till it's too late, unless you actually can see the crack. But a lot of the time, they're a very fine crack that goes round. If you look at a fatigue crack, it's usually very smooth. And at the end, where it's failed, you know, where the cross-sectional area has become too small, it's a very jagged edge. So it's a smooth crack, a very jagged edge right where it snaps. And that can be pretty hard to detect. It's, you know, it's brought down airliners, it's brought down lots of stuff, but not something you want on a set of handlebars that all your weight's on, really. I mean, the best thing you could actually do here, even though it's going to make these horrible in terms of the looks, is to literally take a bit of sandpaper and try sanding that down. Not that, well, no, I probably will do that, to be fair, and then I'll just run these on like some cheap bike, work hack or whatever, and keep a very good eye on it. If you're just doing basic, you know, cross country and stuff like that, as in very like leisurely running the dog or whatever, these will probably be okay. I'm not going to guarantee it, but they'll probably be fine. But for anything serious, like serious mileage, like 150 miles a week, or, you know, then going to bike parks and mixing it up, I'd say hell no, stay away from them. They don't even look very good. They're not very interesting. They're very plain, very boring. And yeah, that concludes this video of some very subpar, boring handlebars. Thank you for watching. There'll be other more interesting videos soon. I'm just waiting on parts from the usual scumbags. See you later.